Today we're really plunging into the recent American Idol shakeup.
Yeah.
Specifically looking at those top 8 eliminations. They've really sparked some intense debate among the fans.
Oh, definitely. It was, what, May 4th, 2025?
That's right.
And America's Vote sent home 2 contestants, Kanan James Hill and Colby Jordan. And, yeah, the reaction online, it's been pretty significant.
And here's what makes it, well, extra interesting for me.
What's that?
Both Kanan and Colby, they weren't just, run-of-the-mill contestants.
No, far from it.
They both got a platinum ticket back in the auditions.
Mm-hmm. From Carrie, Luke, and Lionel.
Exactly. Which was basically the judges saying, wow, these two are something else. Exceptional talent.
And it gave them that advantage, skipping the first bit of Hollywood Week.
Right. Chaos avoided, at least initially.
So I guess our goal for this deep dive is to try and figure out why.
Yeah, why these contestants, the ones flagged early on as having this, extraordinary potential.
Why didn't they quite click with the voters later on?
We need to look at the fan reactions, maybe some other factors. Like song choice seems huge here.
Definitely song choice. That's come up a lot.
So maybe you've been glued to the season, maybe not. Or perhaps this is your first peek into the passionate world of Idol fandom.
Either way, it's a really interesting situation.
Let's unpack it, see what happened and what it might tell us about these talent shows and, well, what audiences expect.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this platinum ticket, it sounds like more than just, a shiny gimmick.
Oh, it was significant. A real stamp of approval from the judges.
Signaling star quality, potential.
Exactly that.
Right.
And like you said, the practical perk was bypassing that first round of Hollywood Week. Grueling stuff.
So it was a genuine advantage, which makes their eliminations
Even more surprising in a way.
Yeah. And we should probably mention the third platinum ticket holder, Philo.
Right. Philo was eliminated the week before April 28th.
So none of them were guaranteed a spot in the finals despite that early boost.
Absolutely not. It proves that early momentum doesn't always carry through.
Which brings us back to that question, why didn't it work out long term for Kanan and Colby? What happened?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And a huge part of the discussion online seems to center on their song choices.
Specifically for that Ladies' Night theme.
Yeah, the risks they took.
Okay, let's break that down. Kanan James Hill, gospel singer from Dallas.
Known for that style.
And he chose Carrie Underwood's Love Wins.
Which, not gospel.
Not gospel at all.
Right.
And apparently he even told Miranda Lambert, the guest mentor, that he was pretty nervous about it.
His first non-gospel song on the show, that's a big step.
Definitely a risk.
Um,
Colby Jordan, the HR generalist.
She also made a calculated move.
Fleetwood Mac's The Chain.
Which is way outside the R&B vibe people maybe expected from her.
Right. And she actually said she wanted to shock people.
So, showing versatility. Try to break out of a box.
It's a classic competition strategy, isn't it? Show your range.
It is. But it doesn't always pay off.
Clearly. Seems like the audience reaction was really split.
Very divided.
Yeah.
If you look at places like Reddit right after the show.
Yeah. What were people saying?
Well, you had a lot of fans who were really upset, especially about Colby. Comments like, Colby got robbed seriously. She sang way better than many of them.
Okay, so feeling she was unfairly cut.
Definitely. And similar feelings for Kanan. Someone wrote, Kanan took a chance singing outside his genre, and look where it got him.
Implying the risk backfired, that trying something new hurt him.
That's how some saw it. They admired the risk, maybe, but felt it led to the elimination.
But you said it was split, so not everyone felt they were robbed.
Not at all. There was another strong opinion on Reddit saying, well, that both of them had been kind of stagnant in previous weeks.
Kind of stagnant, meaning?
Like maybe not showing enough growth or having standout moments before that night. So for those fans, the elimination makes sense.
Okay, so looking at the bigger picture, not just that one performance.
Exactly. Considering their whole journey on the show.
And wasn't there a point about authenticity, too?
Yes, that was a really insightful comment I saw. Someone on Reddit pointed out that, yeah, going outside your comfort zone is fine, but
But what?
you have to make the song your own, authentically.
So maybe for some listeners, these performances, even if technically good, didn't feel genuine.
That could be it. Like maybe the connection wasn't quite there because it felt like they were trying to be something different rather than just being it.
That makes sense. Viewers connect with that feeling of realness.
Definitely. And these debates weren't just on Reddit. The Facebook groups were buzzing too.
The Entertainment Now W Facebook community, right? Similar split there.
Pretty much, yeah. One person commented that America votes on voice quality, but also entertainment value and personality.
Okay, so a mix of things. Maybe suggesting Kanan and Colby didn't hit all those marks for enough people.
That seems to be the implication. But then someone else flat out said the show is not about vocals.
Wow, okay. So completely different priorities.
Right. It just throws into sharp relief how subjective this whole thing is.
Totally. Is it the best technical singer? Is it stage presence? Is it the story?
Or personality. Relatability. It seems like it's different things for different voters.
Which must be frustrating for the contestants sometimes.
I imagine so. And this passion, you saw it directly on Kanan's and Colby's own social media feeds.
Oh yeah, I bet their Instagram comments were blowing up.
Immediately. And really strong reactions. People were clearly invested.
What were some examples on Kanan's page?
Lots of shock, naturally.
Yeah.
But also loads of support. People saying how proud they were of his journey.
Anything else stand out?
Well, there was one comment suggesting the judges had, and I quote, sabotaged him
Sabotaged? How?
by apparently advising him not to sing gospel.
Oh, interesting. So blaming the judge's advice for the song choice that maybe didn't connect?
That was the feeling for at least one fan. And another comment, all in caps, talking about his anointing and how he'll succeed anyway. Real passion there.
And Colby's fans,
Yeah.
similar outpouring.
Absolutely. Her pre-show posts kind of turned into reaction threads. Lots of disappointment.
Any specific comments stick out?
One person encouraged her, told her to be proud, even mentioned Jennifer Hudson.
Ah, the classic idol comparison didn't win, but became a huge star.
Exactly. A reminder that elimination isn't the end of the road. And then, of course, comments like she was robbed and predicting big things for her future.
So it's clear they both built up really dedicated fan bases, people who felt a real connection.
No doubt about it.
It's interesting, though, that report we saw mentioned neither Kanan nor Colby had actually said anything publicly right away.
Yeah, as of that morning, May 5th. That's pretty normal, though.
Give them time to process.
Exactly. It's a lot to take in. Plus, the show must go on.
Right, the remaining top 8 had to perform again that very night. No rest for the wicked.
The competition waits for no one.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. As we finish this deep dive, what's the big takeaway from these 2 eliminations? The platinum ticket holders going home.
Well, I think Kanan and Colby's exits really put a spotlight on just how complex audience voting is in these shows.
Especially when contestants take risks.
Exactly. They were seen as frontrunners. They took these arguably risky song choices, and it didn't pay off with the voters. It just highlights that tension between, sticking to what works and pushing boundaries.
And we saw that tension reflected perfectly in the fan reactions, didn't we?
Totally. Some people celebrating the bravery, saying, yes, try new things.
Well, others were like, nope, didn't connect, or it just wasn't as strong as the others.
Or maybe even, that's not you. It really underlines how unpredictable these audience-driven results can be.
It's not just about hitting the high notes.
Not at all. It's about the whole package, isn't it?
Yeah.
Entertainment value, that perceived authenticity we talked about, making an emotional connection. There's no single magic formula.
So maybe something for you, the listener, to think about is that balance.
Yeah, the balance between playing it safe, staying in your lane.
And taking those creative risks, especially under that kind of public scrutiny.
What do you think tips the scales? Why do some contestants capture the public's imagination and votes, while others, even with huge initial promise,
just don't quite make it all the way?
Stories of Kanan and Colby, well, they give us a lot to chew on regarding that question.
A really compelling case study, for sure.